up and running. Alright, let's get camera ready. So I've done everything, I've filmed everything before. The only thing that I haven't filmed is adjusting the throttle bodies with the new balancing sync tool from DigiSync. So I'm going to be playing with that, but first things first, gotta look over this real quick, make sure everything's good. I got all the covers on last night after that one live just cut out. That was my phone died, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get the carburetors on, and then, or not carburetors, I keep saying carburetors, get the throttle bodies on and get all the wiring and hoses run and to get things tightened up. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Let's see here. This. Flat blade, just in case I need it. Flat blade. Right. Alright, here comes the throttle bodies. So these were the suckers in question. I am going to retest the TPS real quick, just to look at the readings of the true zero of that, make sure that's on point, make sure that's all good. Let's go ahead and get that out of there, that out of there. And let's see here. Everything's clean on these, right? Let me wipe this one down. There's still a little gunk on it. I'm going to wipe it down real quick. A little bit of gunk on it. Alright. Let's do a little bit of carb clean. Just a little bit. There we go. A little acetone never hurt. That's better. Let's clean this one. This carb clean with acetone just really does the trick. Really cleans things up really quickly. And it's safe on rubber and all kinds of surfaces. Alright, let's see. Do a quick little wipe inspection. Inside here. I'll show the carbs. I've already done this, but this is OCD kicking in now. Whenever you see something last minute, you're like, yeah, I'll just fix that real quick, or yeah, I'll just do that real quick. That kind of thing. But yeah, everything's pretty clean on this. Alright, let's go ahead and get you on. Alright, there we go. So, that's good, nothing's in the holes, okay. Alright, so just slide this in here like that. Like that. Let's get hoses out of the way. Hoses go that way. Make sure none of the injector lines are blocked. Because some of these injector wires are kind of going through the bottom side, which is kind of odd. So it kind of puts them in an odd position to get in the way. There we go. They're pretty easy. Make sure this guy wants to go on there. Ah, yes. That's on there. That one's on there. Sweet, solid. Okay, cool. So I'm going to leave these wires, or the fuel hoses off so I can hook up the gas tank off to the side so I can look at things whenever it's running. So I'm going to leave these off to the side right now. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up these, tighten up the, whatchamacallits. Let me do this. I like that. Got a little concoction set up with 1/4 inch, but I don't like that. Alright, let's see. This is all snugged up. Oh, come on now. So how's everybody's Saturday going? Hope y'all's Mother's Day is going well. That should be right there. boots is just to make sure the clamp is centered, because sometimes the clamp will ride up on one of the sides and it will kind of make a funny connection. There we go. Make a good connection here. It's kind of weird when you use a ratchet instead of a screwdriver. You can kind of over snug it and you'll see the boot kind of squish out. So just make note of that with these guys. I have a flat head screwdriver for the other one, because it's the way I'll reach it. Actually, this one has a Phillips. I have a long weighted Phillips, or long Phillips that I can use. Much rather use that. I do need to get a set of all long stuff, maybe a long flathead, long Phillips. Yeah, we're just right in here. Sweet. Hey man, what's up? Ni hao? Was it Washu, Nishu, Jeff, or Washu, Jeff? Nishu, Washu. Yeah, Washu, Jeff. There's all the Chinese I know. And I don't know if you're mainland or if you're Cantonese, so that was my attempt. There's a point, maybe 5-6 years ago. It was actually 2020, right before COVID hit. My wife was thinking about picking up a job as an international school teacher in Qingdao, China, which was like a tourist town. It's a German beer town. You've probably heard of Shing beer or Ching beer. I think it's got to be Shing beer. I don't know, but we almost moved there, but things fell through at the last minute. But then a couple months, and not even a couple months, just a few weeks later, that's when COVID got crazy out of hand. So we're like, wow, that would have sucked. Like being in a country that we haven't grown up with and we're not familiar with. But I don't know. Anyways, long story short, we almost moved to China, and I had to attempt to try to start learning Mandarin. Like Nishu Prima and Washu Jeff and Nishu would a tai tai, like that. She is my wife. That's the only thing I remember. Oh, Japanese? Is that Japanese? Fuck, dude, I can't even read it. Yeah, it's got a different cuneiform. Just kidding. Yeah, they're not cuneiform, whatever the fucking language is. I don't know any Japanese other than Kenichi. And then, kawaii. The bike is so kawaii. Maybe that doesn't fit the definition. It's not that cute, but it's definitely cute to me, especially when this thing starts up. That's the plan for today. Let me get in there. Oh, let's see. Let's tighten them up. Alright, you're starting to squish out, so that's good. Alright, that's on there. Let's hook up the throttle cable. Throttle cable time. I'll bring you guys in here in just a second. Throttle cable. Nothing too exciting. This is just putting things back together. I'm excited because it's been a long time coming to bring this thing back to life. This is the second time I've had to rebuild this bike, because the first time it was all good, and then Suzuki 8-hour. I haven't ever watched the Suzuki 8-hour races. I I really don't have, I have a little 2-year-old daughter, and I really have no time to watch TV anymore. The only thing I have time to do is either edit these videos, or maybe I'll be surfing through and I'll see a motorcycle rebuild video that I want to watch, and that's really about all I get to watch. So I haven't had a chance to see any of that stuff. But actually, before we hook up the cable, I need to check the TPS sensor, and I want to go ahead and hook that up and test that. So we're gonna go to the other side real quick. Bring you around. Well, let's go this way. All right, sweet. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hook up the throttle body connection, which is this guy right here, and it is hiding. Where did I put you? There you are. All right. There we go. I'm just gonna have this right here. Let's see if I can get this. So we got 3. Where is it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There we go. I'm gonna twist this. Come on. There you go. It's kind of an interesting connector, this twist connector. Let's see here. Can I get access to this? Get access to it? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can shove the lead up there. Might get a feed off of it. Let's see. Where is my little multimeter? Multimeter. All right, so what I need to do is I need to disconnect this arm, and then that will release that, back out the stop bump, or the bump stop for the throttle. So back this out. That should be. Okay, so that should be all the way closed. Okay, so that's all the way. Let's see if I can get that to disconnect. I just need to disconnect the linkage between the front throttle body and the second one. The easiest way to do that is with pliers, but I don't have snips. Let's see if I can do it with one of these. Maybe I can do it with a circlip tool. All right, separate it real quick. Let's see if I can separate it from here. I don't think I can. Let's see. It's starting to separate, I think. Let's see if I can get this separated. Nope. Probably just do a flat head. Just in there. Where's my big flat head? Where's my flat head? Right back here, hiding right in front of the face. Flat head to separate that. See if I can do this. There we go. There we go. That's separated. So now there's no resistance from the back one. So that's on there. Let's see. Okay, so that is fully bottomed out. Now, we're going to try and get a reading on this TPS sensor down here. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there's a TPS sensor, this little guy, and there's a wiring boot comes out of the bottom. Try and get this off. I'll use my handy dandy flat ahead to get that off. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, nice. Ooh. What is all up in that? Oil on it? What's going on up in there? Hold on a second. Hold, please. What's going on in here? It's like fluid on the TPS connector. That's not good. Excuse me a sec. Let me see what's going on here. You got oil on you? What's going on? You just got a little bit of lube or what? Look at this. That's interesting. What is that? Smells like motor oil. Don't know how that happened. Huh. Quite a bit of oil up in there. I don't know how there's oil getting in there. That's interesting. But there's oil in it for sure. Let me grab some contact cleaner real quick just to spray in there. Or actually just get some acetone, wipe it on there. Alright. That's weird. Yeah, this was the content of what caused all the problems, is this guy. Because there is intake backfires, and intake backfires are typically can be linked to a bad TPS sensor or something wrong with the TPS. So that's not good if there's oil in here. Yeah, fucking look at that. There's a fair bit. I don't know what that is. How that got in there. Okay, let me just stick a finger of acetone in there. Hold please while I dig my finger into this rubber boot, try and clean out all this stuff that's there. That is odd. I don't know if that's from the factory and them trying to lubricate the boot to go over it, or what, but yeah, there's some oil in there. Alright, anyways, let's get this going. So we got our, there we go, our multimeter right here. Turn on. Negative is just going to be in one of these guys. I think it give it a good enough signal. Let's see if I can get it to stay. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Alright, now the question is here. I have to put it in the center one, and I think I can hook it up. And it was way over that way. I think it's on the back side. Yeah, it's on the back side. So I have to put it in the middle wire. I don't know what the middle wire is, but I just know I need to put it in the middle wire. So maybe I can fish this up through here. Yeah. Now if I can just fit my little hand in here. All right. A lot of tight finagling. Is that how it's supposed to? Not just a little bit. So it goes. Hold on a second. Alright, so this goes like this, right? No, it goes on the outside. So this goes like this. Like that. Maybe I need to turn it. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out because it's got a little turn around on me. I think it goes like this. It was like, if it wants to work, come on. Get you up in there. That feels pretty kinked, actually. Which way do you want to go? Come on, plug. Which way do you want to go? You are gonna go this way. This way. Get my, there we go. Make sure we pull back out. Okay. I'm gonna get my flashlight real quick. It's pretty dark in there. Even though I got good lights up above, I'm trying to shoot this thing down from below. Oh, what's up, Noah? This is a year 2000 996. So this was the one that had the double injectors for the throttle bodies, but also I think this was the year that they switched to the triple phase rectifier. I'm not sure. I'm not a complete connoisseur about these bikes, but I know the year 2000 was a big change for this model. But like I said, this one is my buddy's that I'm trying to help him rebuild. But behind you guys is another one, but it's a year 2000 748. But that thing is a basket case. It is not as nice as this one. This one's really nice and a good example of someone who likes their motorcycles. My friend kept this in his office, his indoor office, for I think it was like several years. What's up, dude? I don't speak whatever that is, but what's up, man? Let's see here. Let's get this in here. Let's do a reading. Get to the boot. There we go. Shove that up in there. Now what we got? Get something here. Alright. Now we gotta turn the key. Oh, we gotta get the battery hooked up. Now there's something I was missing. Let's go ahead and hook up the battery. Let's just hook up this one. The small one. I need something to prop you up. Alright, bucket, you're coming with me. Bucket. Alright. Trusty blue bucket. Those reach down, those don't. It's not tall enough. Alright, what about oil pan? Oil pan, what you doing? You know, raise the stakes a little bit. Oh, that didn't do much, damn it. Now, let's get it by a hand, it's not working out too well. Ready? Hold, please, while I'm able to set up some sort of stand for this thing. Let's try this box. It's funny because I'm setting up this box right here, but this box actually is full of S1000 parts. So I'm literally using a very expensive bike parts just to hold the battery. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, that'll work. Sweet. Here, I'll zoom you guys out a little bit. Get you guys a little bit more of an angle. Let's see. Get you guys a little bit taller view. See what's going on. Let's see. With that, you can kind of see the battery drama over there. Let's see. There we go. Sweet. Nice. Don't fall over, phone. Okay. Cool. Need to hook that up. Where is screwdriver? Da-da-da, screwdriver. So yeah, anybody do anything exciting for Mother's Day? You guys gonna go hang out with your lovely mom tomorrow? Or are you doing the hangout today? You guys going out to lunch? Or gonna go have a mega party? I don't even know what you do for Mother's Day anymore. Do you just come over and eat dinner? Or what do you end up doing? Alright, those are so always remember, positive. If you're positive, you always get your stuff first. But if you're negative, you always get it last. Same thing for taking batteries on and off. I need to hook up the rectifier too. I need to plug in the rectifier. Where is it? Yeah, I need to plug that in too. Let's see here. Where did I put you? You over here? Yeah, we're over here. just gonna go ahead and hook in the battery tray and the rectifier, because I need to do that. And then I'll just go ahead and hook up the battery, because this blue battery is the one that I have for my 748 over there. It's not the size or dimensions needed for the 996. The 996 uses like this really weird elongated one. Yeah, but let's go ahead and do things the correct way. Sorry, there we go. Yeah, anybody else got a project bike out there that you're trying to work on this weekend? I always love me some time in the garage. It's a nice break from all the chaos. Alright, let's do this. I'll move you guys over to see what I'm doing with the battery box and stuff. I need a 10 and an 8. There's an 8 and an 10. 12. There's 10. 7. Alright. Do the show on. Here we go. So let's move you guys back over here. Go this way. Oh, got you caught on the multimeter. There. Sorry for the bounciness. It's because this tripod has like a metal bendy arm. That's its support arm, but it bounces quite a bit. Trying to stabilize it. There we go. All right. Sweet. You guys can kind of see what's going on. Lower you guys down. Sorry. And make sure you guys feel like you're part of the action, not just top down headbutt. There we go. Sweet. All right. Let's just put on the battery box and get some things squared away, like this guy. I need to slide in here. Where are you going? Can you slide? You slide back in there. Oh, missed it. No! Pretty sure you slide in like that, and those little locking arms go in there. So those guys and those guys. All right, so good. It's all the finagly stuff you have to do. There we go. Now that's locked in. There we go. That's much better. Or I thought it was. Well, I'll zip tie that one down as well, just for some more protection. This guy needs some more protection. See, it's always something like that. You're like, oh yeah, it's done. And you like look, you're like, oh, this guy needs a little love. I don't know where electrical tape is, but we'll go find some electrical tape. just moved to this place and I just got the garage pretty much set up. I've only been able to work on the bike a little bit, not a lot, but so I'm still kind of hunting for some things, but also not too bad. Let's start back here. Back here. Good. There we go. Alright. Nice and tight. Something so satisfying about just wrapping something up with electrical tape. Even though I'm doing a terrible job right now. Okay. Perfect. It's got a little bit more support now. A little bit better. Decently clean. Everything looks good. Alright. So, what we gotta do is hook up. Everything's hooked up, right? Everything looks hooked up. Everything's kind of in its place that it needs to be. You're hooked up. You need to be buckled down. Alright. Yeah, everything's good. Alright, so let's go ahead and hook up the, what is this, the rectifier. So that hooks up here and here. So make sure I do this right. Here and here. Okay. There's that and that. This kind of goes up here. Like this. Let me undo this bolt over here. This actually holds on this little bracket. It does two-part. It holds on the bracket, but also holds up the box as well. So we're going to get this lined up. There we go. Oh, you know you want to go in there. Stay there just for a second. There's my 8mm. Sweet. Alright, let's get this going here. Make sure everything's kind of lined up and whatever needs to get out of the way is out of the way. Okay, that's good. That's good. Whoops. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Stator's good. This is out. That's out. I'm not pinching anything. Into the second bolt. I know there's another bolt holding things together. Alright. Oh. Alright, let's see here. There we go. This kind of pushes the wiring harness in a bit more. There we go. There we go. Alright, that's secure. And I'll take off the battery tray holder. Got these two. The zip tie here. We can put the linkage in here. This is just all the not breakers, but relays and stuff. And it's got a little holder here. It's kind of broken, but it's all good. place so it's not messing with things. Zip tie cutter. Zip tie cutter. Right. And we have this here. What was this kind of set as? Let's go in here somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna try and do this. Bolt this too. Actually, I use zip tie this around here. Zip tie this. Like this. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Go up and around. So. Here. Something like that. That looks legit. Yeah. And you through. There we go. You kind of go like this. This is definitely not the way you're supposed to do it, but I'm making it work. This way, you get a little bit tighter and get it. Let's see if I can grab this. A little bit more snug. There we go. That looks better. That's not going anywhere. It's just, just enough for movement and stuff. Nothing crazy. I don't like wires near me. Okay, and this guy. Alright. See if I can move you back. Not go under. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. That's good, that's good. Bolts out. This is solid as it is. Yeah, everything's pretty much ready for the battery. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get the battery. Battery's just behind you guys. Oh, what's up, guys? Let's see here. What year is it? 2000. What's up? JSTV France. What's up, man? What's going? Nice stickers. What's up, Rhea? How's it going? Working on a Ducati 996. Oh, there you guys. You can see the 748 in the background. So I got two of essentially the same bikes hanging out in the garage right now. One just with a little bit bigger displacement. So let's put the battery in this guy. I'm just gonna get the battery from behind you. You guys won't see it. Where'd that 10mm go? I need a 10mm socket. Roll away. Here it is. All right. Get this battery ready. All right. Negative always gets your stuff taken away first. All right. Okay. Positive. Last. So heavy. Lead acid batteries are so heavy. Okay. Ta-da. So this is that weird shaped battery I was talking about. It's super narrow, long, kind of awkward, but it's what fits this bike. It's not a very common looking size, but it's what works with this bike. All right, let's go ahead and get this up in here and route the drain hose just goes down, around, and in. That little zip tied in here holds it in place. So if it decides to overflow, it knows where it should go. Or at least I do. It might have a mind of its own, but at least have an idea of where it's going to flow. Oh, our washer is definitely not balanced. It was going crazy. Alright, so that's good, that's good. This guy just wants to come off. I don't know why this. Alright, go down here. Huh. Let me put a zip tie around this guy. This guy wants to just come off. So you find out things like that just as you go. Oh my god, that doesn't work. Oh, that works. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's see here. So we got our 10. Let me, where is the clamp? Am I sitting on the clamp? I swear, every time I work on the ground, things just disappear underneath my legs. And I'm like, fuck, where did they go? Alright, so get this. Put in, is that this one or this one? I think it's this one. That's this one. This one's more in the middle. Alright, so there's this little brass clamp that is made for this type of battery. And it grabs this little ledge of the battery really well. And there we go. Everything's on there. Alright, where did the, it's in my pocket, it's in my pocket. Looking for my little 8mm. Ta-da. Alright, let's get this guy. Sweet. Oh, that's wrong way. This guy squared away. Perfect. Alright. Now, let me go grab a zip tie before I forget. I'll zip tie that, whatever that thing is. I don't know what the thing is, but it's not one to hold in place. Zip ties are your friend, especially with older bikes when things start breaking, especially like little tabs and stuff. Like that's what's holding this guy on. I don't know what he is, some sort of fuse, something or other. But it does not hold on. And it looks like it was supposed to sit there. It looks like it might have, I don't know if it was always this little janky. It's supposed to be sitting like that. Like this. That's interesting. I don't know why that's changed. But, alright, maybe it was like that the whole time. I just never noticed. Anyways, that's why we got zip ties. Feed that through there. And presto, presto, zip tie-o. Let's do it right there. That looks legit. That's not going anywhere. And zip tie clips, always good. Sweet. Maybe a flush cut here. Nice. You won't be cutting yourself on that. Dude, I've had some of my worst cuts from zip tie trims, where a zip tie just kind of barely trim, you go and reach by it. Oh man, these things are like razor blades, so I recommend these little snips. They can cut zip ties pretty flush. They're safer. Alright, everything's hooked up there, plugged in here. Little fella, I'm gonna stuff you back under here, where you stuffed it. I think you're stuffed up under here. Yeah, I'm gonna stuff you up over here. Let's see here. I'm gonna stuff you up under there, so you're out of the way. You guys are good. Lead off is right here. You're fine. Everything looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and remember, red is positive. Positive people always have nice things happen first. So be a positive person and you'll have nice things happen first, aka you get to power the bike, or you get to go on battery first, at least. Okay, that's good. And then negative people always get their stuff last, ready for the pop. Oh, there's no pop. Okay, that's good. I don't know, I hate connecting batteries and never knowing if it's gonna arc or spark or whatever. I hate that shit. It's like a scary movie jump scare almost. And it's like, I shouldn't be scared because it's not that big a deal, but I always jump. Okay, those are good. Alright, battery secure and in. Everything's tight, secured. Good. Fuses safe. Everything's lined up. Everything's good. Alright, everything's good on this side. So we're going to go back to the TPS side and turn on the bike and look at the readings from that so we know if we need to adjust it or not. Let's go back that way on that side. Okay. Alright. So here's TPS. Maybe, I don't know if you guys can go that low. Maybe. Yeah, I think I can. Oh, I just broke something. This silly stand doesn't want to work. Kind of. I think I've snapped this stand a couple times already. Anyways, let's see what you guys can see. I need to go a little bit lower. Oh, where is my finger? Oh, maybe you guys need to come this way a bit. You guys come this way. You can kind of see it. The important thing is this multimeter. It's not necessarily the TPS sensor that you're seeing. Yeah, TPS sensor's up in there. It's that little black plastic thing. So the thing we're looking for is this. It needs to be at a certain range to be correct. So ground it out here. We'll turn on the bike. All right. Looks like. See, millivolts, oh, lights on, everything's plugged in. Pretty sure it's the middle one. If I remember correctly, it was the middle one. I don't know if I can get it at the right angle to get up in there. Not this one. No, I don't think we're gonna. Yeah. I don't think I might be able to get it all the way up in there. Nope. No, I'm gonna have to take this off to read it. So, back you up. Let's see. Let me just try one more thing before I take it all off again. I really want to take it off again. But, let's see. Pretty sure it was. I can get past this. Can't get it up in there. I thought it was another one. Well, dang. I want to check the TPS, but I can't get the lead all the way up in there. Took these apart. I can't remember if these are the cheap ones that I can take apart. Well, I just broke my lead. Well, I guess that sucks. Yeah. Well, dang it. I wanted to checked it, but I just broke my multimeter. And I have to set the thing. Damn. Shit. Well, looks like I'll have to run and get a multimeter. I didn't really want to do that, but I have to do that. And I have to take off the throttle body again to get to the multimeter to make sure everything's set. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just get this off. And then I'll probably have to end the live so I can go get a freaking multimeter because, hey, what's up, Doug? I just fucking jacked up my multimeter, so I can't do the reading that I need to do. So I will have to go run and get another multimeter. Dang it. Let's see. What do I want to do? That's a bummer. Okay, anyways. First things first, let's get the carbs off, or the throttle bodies off again. So I can do the proper measurement. Let's see if I can bike off. Okay. Move my light. And put the throttle bodies just right in the box. What is it? Phillips. Alright. It's this twist turn. This connector's very, can't remember if it's a push. It's a push. There we go, it's push. And these guys come undone. One. Let's do the other one real quick. Get it out. Because I haven't really hooked up much. But these guys are just got them in place. So. That's good. I'm just going to pop these guys out. Wiggle to the left, wiggle to the right, wiggle to the left. Pop this down first. Alright, let's figure it out. So, you need to kind of flip it so I can get to the connector. See this connector right here? It has to connect right there. But I need kind of access to these, so I need to raise this up just a bit. Let's do the tip bar. Tip bar box. The tip bar guy. If you guys have knee problems, apparently this guy is the bomb. Alright, so these leads, fuel leads can just kind of hang out up here. Hang out, you're fine there. Hook this guy up. So we got 3 and 2 at an angle. 3 and 2 at an angle. Okay, that's there. And then I'll need to be able to get to this lead right here. I really want to know why there's so much of this weird oil stuff in these wires. Yeah, that's that. Let me put some paper towels in the intake so nothing drops in there. But yeah. Got it real quick. That. Let's see. Let me see if I can fix this multimeter real quick. See if I can do some sort of janky repair. I can't. I think I can just rip this tang out and just wind this around it for a temporary fix. Let's see if I can do something with that. Wire stripper. can get it to read. I just stripped the wire a bunch and then shoved it back up in there. See if that works, because it should be touching whatever's metal up in there. Yeah, wrap a little tape around it. Hold it in place. Super ghetto fix. I wonder if it'll work. Well, let's give this meter a test real quick. Let's see. You'll see it with me. Let's see. For a second. Yeah. It's working? Alright, cool. Quick ghetto fix, but let's see if we can keep going. So, this needs to go, that's a tight squeeze. Anyways, I'm going to give you guys a top-down view, because I can't really get you guys in there. It's really tight squeeze. You guys will kind of see what I'm looking at. Let's see here. Let's see. That's a little bit on the, a little bit higher. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Oh, do they want to tip over? Yeah, it wants to tip over. Let's go up a little bit. Let's do this and then do this. And this thing's broken. It doesn't want to stand up anymore. You hear that grinding? It's this freaking stand. Anyways, what can you guys see? Oh yeah. It's a little bit upside down. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, 95-degree spins. Yeah, same here. Like, Harbor Freight is not done me wrong, but I feel like something always breaks right when I'm excited about either finishing something or I'm excited about, like, yeah, I'm almost done, and then a tool always breaks. You can actually see in my S1000 video that I was doing, I had a pair of not vice grips, but channel locks just give out, and like I was trying to put on a hose clamp, and it was just kept giving out. I was like, come on, and then it finally snapped in half. I was like, wow, I have to go. It was like 10 at night, so I couldn't go. So like, fuck, all this stuff that I had planned, I couldn't do. Let's get this tried, because this looks like it's working out. So what I remember, it was the center wire. Let's see if I can get up in there. Pretty sure it's a center wire. And I don't get is why there's so much freaking, there's like oil in this line. There we go. That's in there. Moment of truth. Let's turn on the bike, see what reading we got. Ah, shit. Not millivolts. Yeah. See, I'll wiggle it around a little bit. Not that one. Could have sworn it was the middle one. Oh, let's try that one. That might be the red one. Red is always a good guess. Nope. Let's see if the wire's bad. The wire got moved again. just did this the other day. Just wanted, I mean, it's probably the multimeter is dead and it's not reading, but also there's so much freaking oil, which is weird. Yeah, it's working, but it's just not working. That is the question. It's plugged in, everything's plugged in. I'm good. I'll make sure everything's good. Let's see if we get the lead in there. And plug it in. Try that. Okay, and one more. Come on. Hug. Why? Why now? I'm trying to test you. You're testing me. Everything is hooked up. Everything's good. Leads are good. This thing is on, connected. Unless this is somehow dirty. Looks good. Looks fine. Come on. I really want to cut this thing open and see what there's oil in it. Oh, this guy too. I don't know if that's just so weird, like why there's so much freaking oil in this wiring. Any ideas? Have you guys ever seen freaking oil in wiring looms? This guy, I don't know if you can see it. Already cleaned out some of it, but I don't know if it's dielectric grease that's just kind of like degraded. But it's all that. Kind of see it. I can't really tell what it is, but I assume it's some sort of grease to kind of keep the wire safe, but I don't know. I haven't seen that before. Yeah. I'm gonna go get some cleaner. Let's see. Let's clean that. There's just a little contact cleaner. Just a tiny bit in there. It's super oily. The lead's connected. They get pulled out. Me trying to jank with this. Alright. Let's try it. Bike still on. Should be getting a reading. That is interesting. Okay. Well, damn. What are we doing here? I did it just the other day, and it was fine. What is this? Acetone. Alcohol. So it's just alcohol. Shit. Well, guys, I'm at a loss. I was wanting to test this throttle body for this position sensor, and I might have to move it, but I don't know if this, what's going on here, because this is working. Let's see what kind of, yeah, it's working. You guys can see that reader is working, picking up signal. And it's supposed to give me a direct signal from there for like 1 point something, 1.5 or 0.15. Yeah, it's gold. It's supposed to be good. It's supposed to have power. Unless this cable somehow doesn't have power now. Is there something I'm trying to plug everything? Everything's plugged in. Everything looks good. So this goes down into the loom. Up. Everything's hooked up. That's good, that's good. Oh, that's odd. I tested this the other day, and I just wanted to test it again. Okay, so it's grounded there. Does that change the signal here. So we have that. Just working. Let me turn the bike off and turn it back on. Alright, troubleshoot with you guys. Any ideas out there? Is it because it's not in run? Maybe it's because it's not in run. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's all it is. I just didn't put the bike in run. Yeah. Maybe? Hold on. Hold, please. So that's how it goes. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay. Yes. Yes, we are reading now. Sweet. Okay, so it was just the bike needed to be in the run position, not just completely off. Okay. This is back down all the way. That's 2.3. I forgot. Let me see. Let me grab my other phone and see what Brad the bike guy says. Or unless any of you Ducati aficionados know out there what the TPS should read. Let me see. I'm picking up the old trusty book, aka YouTube. Let's see here. Airplane mode, power saving, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi on. There we go. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we can find. I think it was Brad. TPS reset Ducati. Let's find that. Yeah, Brad's bike guy. you guys ever watch any other Ducati content, but this guy does a really good job. He's very in-depth. Just like this, so you can actually see. There we go. So this says 153. I don't know if that's for, oh, alright, I don't know if that's for the ST4 only. 152. Let me see. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Let's see what else we got.
Testing the TPS. Throttle position sensor is at 0 position right now. Completely closed. And take a look at the reading. 0.21 volts. And the manual says it needs to be between 0.3 and 0.2.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah. So it's good. Because this one's this is that one's good.
5 degrees. It should be 1.7. Plus or minus.
Alright, let's see. 4.7. No, this is actually spot on.
5 is the VCC for this one.
Okay.
It works. As you can see,
Okay, 4.7. 2 point. Yeah, no. Okay. This guy was actually doing it through the manual, and the voltage is perfect, so I don't need to adjust this TPS sensor. I just need to adjust the stop screw. Let's see. Alright, so to adjust the stop screw, let's see. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see. Oh, this is the original Ducati video. Don't need those screws. Not doing that. I just need the throttle stop. Let's see. Oh, wait, there it is. 748 Monster ST4. So degrees, millivolts. Here we go. 3 Europe, US, California, Europe. 3.45. So 3.45. So it's got to be a tiny bit. Yeah, so I knew there was some stuff that I could find in here. Models, unless it, let me see, I'm gonna go back. Says, so that's monsters. Let's see if it goes into the throttle body adjustment, does no quattro. Let's see. This is the R. Let's see if they have just. I just saw. There we go.
Scroll the different parameters that will select or screws fully home. Start engine, motor reading, start engine choke.
Somewhere around here. Three. Okay, let's see if it does something different. Throttle adjustment.
Just throttle body, you first have to remove all wheel
Test the roster.
methods connecting
Okay.
suitable vacuometer to the special
No,
vacuum.
this one doesn't tell me. I think it's 3, 4. Let me see. TPS. Throttle. Stop. Voltage. 996. See if anything comes up. I might have to search this online to find that one. This one's a very detailed question. This is indirect Ducati. See if anyone comes back with that. Alright, that's one of them, but that's ST4. I think that's for the same. It's not linear. Let me select all, copy, go to the web. Oh, I gotta figure out on my iPhone. Paste. Search. Sorry, kind of boring right now, but trying to figure this out. I want to make sure the voltage that I put this bump stop or the throttle stop at is the correct one. Let's see here. Here we go. This looks good. There's one idle. He thinks his throttle position set. I'm going to check it. Does anyone know the readings? What pins to check? Blah, 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 blah. All right. Found this number. Change. Blah, 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 blah. Must set TPS butterfly is closed. Blah, 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 blah. Use tester. Okay. Run pin. Blah, blah, blah. Sensor reads 150 plus or minus 2. And it needs to be adjusted. Slacking does not read. Okay, what is this? Just got a 996. From another Ducati site. I don't know if that's for this one. Where is it? 7 noise socket. I'm looking for voltages, please. Does not idle. Okay. Look right black guy. Oh, okay. Got it. Trying to find something. Where it is. Okay. Many people listen to manually regard TPS until they are 1200. Factory 300 volts on the sensors. Wrong, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if the sensor does not read 100 millivolts plus or minus 2, then you need to adjust the slacking screw. But what about the reset the throttle stop screw so that the engine idles at around 1200 RPM. This is not the final setting for the stop screw, merely a step in the procedure. Typically, this will produce a voltage of 300 millivolts on a TPS. There you go, 300 millivolts. That's what I was looking for. Wow, that took a lot. All right, let's see. Let me get a flat blade. There's a flat blade on the ground over there. Yeah, flat blade's up here somewhere. Kill the juice on the bike, poor bike. Let's see here. So we have, all right, there's 240, so we're not that far out. So I don't know if you guys can see that. A little upside down, but there you go. And it might be reversed. But, we're trying to get 300. So let's screw this guy in till we get to 300. Oh, we're starting to make a movement. There we go. Okay, so that's just a starting point, but we'll use that to adjust later. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on. Hopefully this goes on easily. I just need pliers to pop that on. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, we're still at 300, so that didn't really make that big a difference. Okay, so we're good there. Sweet, that makes me happy. Because I was worried about it, because everyone says like, oh, if there's intake backfires or whatever, you really need to adjust this TPS, but I think it was a boot had a hole in it. The valves were a little bit off alignment, so I think we're in the clear with the TPS, but we will know here very, very shortly. So if you guys have stuck around for that very boring researching, you'll be pleased to know that what we gotta do is just put this guy back on, put the gas tank on, and then get her started up. So let's put that there, take this out. And yeah, my ghetto fix of just ramming the wire in there did work, so that was a nice save. Thank you, Cheap Harbor Freight, for letting me actually finish my job. Cool. Alright. So, what we're doing, unhook this guy. This way, that way. Which way is it? Push. I always forget which way this thing goes. Pull. Push. Let me put this back on this boot. Boot needs to go back on there. I always forget if it's a pull or a push. It's a push. Okay. Make sure that boot's back on that one. Okay. Now, back to doing it again, what we just did. Add a little bit of lubricity. Those guys. I missed the mouse. There we go. This is just a tiny, tiny bit of oil, just so it doesn't grip too much. I'm gonna try to go in the boot. Helps just a little bit with a tiny bit of persuasion. Okay, now, so that's set. Now, we'll put this back in, get this ready to be hooked up to a throttle balancing tool, the DigiSync. Alright, well that makes me happy. Alright, everything's good on this side. On this side, everything's out of the way there. Any other way there? I'll let you guys see what's going on. There we go, we're just putting the throttle bodies back in right now. Making sure all the cords are out of the way. There's a few cords that want to get in the way. Alright. There's that guy. this is what adjusts. Yeah. Let's make sure these are both solid on. Okay, cool. Let's snug these up. Snug these up real quick. Alright. I'm gonna leave this box. There we go. Just gotta hose clamp. Hose clamp it up. Sitting okay. There we go. That looks snug. Snug as a bug in a rug. Alright. Just gonna do this other one. Make sure that's all good. This one's good. Get this one. Oh man, it's a tight squeeze. Tight squeeze. This guy on here. Go. This one is the one that doesn't like get tightened. Feeling around in the dark trying to find it. Yeah, it's lined up. Everything lined up. Everything looks good. Seems pretty snug. Can't get it very much more. That looks pretty snug. Okay, that's good. Not going anywhere. Sweet. All right, we are almost there. Let's move some tools out of the way. I'm going to set up this tank here. I'll move you guys this way. Gotta clean up a few things. On the ground, just don't trip over anything when I'm carrying the gas tank over here. Or I'm gonna trip on something. Alright, let's see. Because the goal is, I want to put the gas tank on there. Actually, let's see. We can just solid. This. See if we can get the gas tank up there. It's got quite a bit of fuel in it, actually. There, spider. I'm going to do this. debating whether I should. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and put on the airbox and then put this on there. I just don't feel comfortable with this gas tank kind of precariously on my little makeshift platform. So we'll go ahead and do that. Just go ahead and get things routed. So this goes up like that. Goes up like that. This guy goes up underneath. Underneath. Like that. That nut, there's like a bracket there that holds that those hoses in place, but it needs to be a little lower. So let's go ahead and get that. And then once that's up, we'll hook up the gas tank and see how she fires up. Woohoo! But I'm really everyone cross your fingers that there's no backfire, because I would thought. That would mean there's something else that I'm not taking account for. And it's causing an issue. Okay, is it 5? Is it 5? Alright. So I don't know if you can see this little bracket. Yeah, there's a little bracket that holds on this. Just gonna move this down a little bit. It sits level. Flip. Yeah, that's good. Nice. And I'll crimp those a little bit. The bracket is kind of sketchy because it's got a sharp end on it, and it likes to bring this down. Let me just grab it and then push it together. Push it together. There we go. There we go. That's good. There we go. Perfection. Alright, that's good. This is good. Everything's hooked up, hooked up. Need to hook up the, goes right there. Let that, hook this up. This kind of goes up underneath, right? I get it to go up underneath. Or is that too tight? It's too tight. And it goes like that. Alright, 3 and 2. Hooked up, everything looks good. Everything's buttoned up. Need this, need the fuel plug here. What there is overflow fluids there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this sucker on with the airbox. Airbox goes on. That's what helps stabilize the gas tank. And let's see. Can you lube this guy up? I don't know my scuff. And leave that there. Just there's this airbox or crankcase breather hose. This thing's such a pain in the ass. Well, there's a lot of pain in the ass, I think, on this bike, but it's not too bad. I say it's like the end of the world, but it's not. It's just kind of cumbersome. Alright, so this is the airbox. Goes in like this. Let me get you guys a down shot. There we go. Gotta see what's going on. Go a little bit higher. Got this thing falling over. Come on, stand up. Stand at attention. See, it just wants to bend down. Okay, let's see. What do you guys see? Yeah, you guys got a good view. Sweet. What's up, dude? See the hi message? Alright, let's get the nuts and bolts that we need. Which are here. Go ahead and start getting these on first. And then I need a flat blade. There's a flat blade. Flat blade, you are here. Get this hose on. Put it all around here. This guy right here. Goes on like that. This guy wants to go on like this, just like that. Use a flat blade, tighten you down. Come on. Yeah, once you have this on, you really can't grab behind it. Alright, that's snug. Cool. Have to do some hose adjustments. The coolant hoses kind of interfere. They kind of interfere right here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there's some kind of hose interference here. Okay, this goes here. Actually, I'm going to move you guys to the other side because I actually need to work on this side with the hoses. Ta-da! There we go. Let's twist you a little bit. There we go. You guys can see that? Yeah, let's raise you just a little bit. Let's do a little bit of a back up and a little bit of a doop. Let's see. A little bit more. There we go. That's better. Sweet. Alright, so make sure none of this stuff is getting pinched or in the way. This is good. Gotta make sure these hoses aren't causing issues. I'm gonna go ahead and clip these in. I need to line everything up. Things aren't lined up. Yeah. There's the interference right there. This hose. This hose is getting in the way. I'm gonna do this time. Just gonna bring it over. Is that all I did? Up in there, and goes up a little more. There we go. This goes down, up. A little interference there. Need to move that guy. Everything's really a snug fit. It's what makes this bike so skinny. Everything on here is so snug and tight. And anything that's a little bit out of position, things won't fit. There we go. Try that. There we go. Let's try that. bolt in, or screw, sorry, not bolt, screw. These have rods on them for the top of the tank. Okay. Maybe we'll put the other one in. So a little bit of alignment stuff going on. This guy, I'll move this back a little bit. Where's my, there it is. This guy started, get something at the opposite end started. And then it's mainly this one that you gotta get lined up. Again, it's because of those coolant tools. Okay, that's good. Let's get the rest of the bolts in. Make sure everything lines up. But yeah, here's the airbox. Once we get everything lined up, we'll get the clips in. And these guys, actually, there we go. I think this one's busted off. It still grabs it, that's good. But they line up, those little tabs are so fragile, so you gotta be careful with those lined up pretty good. There we go. Okay, I'm not tightening these down all the way, I'm just kind of getting them in place. So it's kind of a rule of thumb, you don't tighten everything all the way down. Just get it somewhat there. Alright. Okay. And one more. And one more in my pocket. Alright. So make sure this guy's coming up. Get some other ones hunted up. This Allen wants to keep coming out, that's why I'm like double handing this. And all these M5 and M6 size bolts, I'm just always doing them hand tight because that's all they really need. And they still have a little bit of Loctite on them from the last time I put them on. So they're good, they're safe. Alright, let's make sure these guys are snugged up. This guy's snugged up. Alright, everything's snugged up. Alright, let's put on the throttles, or the velocity stack. Oh, what is this? What did you do? No, God, damn it. I knew things were going together too easily. Fuck. Took off the fucking rubber gaskets that go right here. So that means I have to take this whole thing off again. Damn it, dude. Come on. I knew something like that was gonna happen, and it always does. Like I'm done, and something stupid pops up. But oh well. At least we're on our way. Anyways, so back to square one. Because and the thing is that I have to take this whole box out in order to get those rubber grips in there. I can't just like snake them in and kind of finagle them in. They just won't work. And it's funny because I had to do this exact same thing when I was putting it together the first time. I forgot to put those on, but I swore, I was like, all right, I'm always gonna leave those rubber things on so I don't have to worry about forgetting them and having to do this again. And yeah, had to do it again. But yeah, all good. It's frustrating sometimes. I have told my wife, I was like, oh, it'll only be an hour and then I'll get this bike started. It's been like, what was it, 108 minutes, what was it, 60, hour and 30, almost 2 hours, somewhere in there. Coming up on 2 hour mark. Okay. All right. I was like, these clips clipped on there very easily. They shouldn't have clipped on there that easily. Now I know why. They didn't have the rubber grommets on there. Let me open up my door here. Loud. Freaking washing machine's super loud, so I don't really feel like dealing with that. So how are y'all's Mother's Day going for those of you in the US? You guys doing anything exciting with the mothers? What's up, Prima Jenkins? How you doing? Let's see here. This is my pre-Mother's Day warm-up, you know. Gotta make sure I'm in the right headspace. Make sure I do a good job. This is my, I'm technically stressed right now, but it's a good stress. I'm working on a motorcycle, but gotta prep the brain for tomorrow, you know, so I don't mess up. I gotta do the mess ups here, not during Mother's Day. Even though my wife gave me a legit schedule of something to follow and do exactly as she is told. So, all right, so we're just gonna wiggle this guy off one more time. See if I can just wiggle him up. Yeah, you just wiggle him up. And then we gotta put on those rubber seals. These rubber gaskets go on intake boots to make a good seal. Let's see, which way is it? It's this way. All right. Let's get you on there, just like that. Go on there. And they're a little oversized, which is kind of weird. I don't know if it's because they're old and, you know, rubber expands when it gets older. I think that's what's happening to these gaskets. They're just getting a little old, a little extended, but they fit. Go back on there. All right, there's one. Let's get the other one on. I have to block the camera just for a second. It's a little bit easier to put it on from this way. Let's see, this one, here we go. Let's start with the corners. Try to get the corners in. Corner, corner, corner. And then you see how it wants to buckle up, or bow up. I'm gonna buck up. Alright, push it down, it's flush. So that is what creates a good seal with no air leaks. So your bike doesn't start running lean, start bitching at you. But, there we go. See, quick and easy, but there we go. Alright. So down we go. Make sure they're adjusted right. And we gotta be careful because when you slide it down, back these off just a little bit. Get them to sit on there. Like I said, they're just kind of like. Alright. Those only good. Those only good. I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in place. That one in place. This one kind of wiggle itself just a little bit. Down there. Now you want to go back on there. Go to your home. It's coming off, of course. Right. Go back on there. I'm going to get a flat blade. Persuade it on. Don't let me forget this flat blade screwdriver in the airbox. Someone please just be like, no, don't do it! You forgot something! That wouldn't be the end of the world, but wouldn't be great either. Oh, that just, you know. See, when you're trying to be lazy, things just start to fall apart again and again. Alright, I take this off. try number 2. So left side wanted to cooperate, the right side did not. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, let's try that again. What do we got going on here? Probably put some like RTV or something on here to keep them on. For some reason it doesn't want to stick on. You got the excess spread out good. Alright, so we'll get it on here. Popped off, but that's good. Okay, so again, I'm gonna back these away. Oh, this one popped off now. Wait. Never mind it, That's why when I saw these off, I was like, no! Because I remember these were kind of a hassle to get on and stay on and line up properly. If any of you know out there the trick to shrink rubber back, I know there's a trick to, I don't know if it's just hot water or something. I remember there was some easy trick to shrink tedious rubber stuff back to its original shape. If any of you know, please leave a comment so I can do that in the future. All right, you guys move out. Don't touch, don't touch. Wiggle gently. All right, we're gonna just move you there. You're just gonna do that. Damn it. Knew something would fit right. The clips was wrong. Right, stay there. Solid. Good. Alright. Okay, that's all good. Now we'll do this all one more time. Okay. Got a socket. Let me do it a little bit different. I want to get a different thing that's this one wants to fall out, and I don't want it to fall out. Fall into some place that I don't want it to fall out. So I'm gonna use this guy. Alright. Whew, I'm breaking a sweat out here in the garage. It's really starting to heat up. Alright, let's see. Let's get these guys set up first. These kind of alignment ones. Again, these have the grommets on them. Try to do these, the front ones and the back ones, just to get everything lined up. And then we'll do the middle ones. This guy doesn't line up. There we go. Sweet. Nice. Let's see here. Alright, I might loosen you just a little bit. A little bit too snug. There we go. Alright, get the 2 rear ones. The rear ones are kind of weird because you have to move the wiring harness. I don't know if you can see that. There's the wiring harness that kind of pushes on it kind of awkwardly. Make sure all this is clear and good. Just have to push up the. Let me just get these in place. Hey. There we go. There we go. They're in there. There's this fuel hose. Making sure it's enough space. Okay. There we go. There we go. Get on there. Just screw Last thing I'm gonna do is cross thread these, so let's just do finger tight. Finger tight sounds good. Again, this guy needs to come up. Guy needs to go down and up. See, these guys are a little bit off. There. It's gonna be this guy always that doesn't want to line up, but let's see. Let's give her a shot. Give it a little tug. There we go. All right. One more iknoon. All right. Sweet. All right, we're back to where we were. But now these are all in. Got the rubber grommets in them. Rubber. It's sealed all the way around. They didn't move. This one kind of got a little bit more pinch than usual, but that's okay. It's creating a seal, so it's fine. Now, let's put these guys down. Just tiny torque. And just softly try to balanced. Do a star pattern whenever you can. Cross tighten. All right, so let's just go. There's one. There's two. Let's just go this way. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Just give them one more little snug. Always like to do them in stages. Don't just snug the shit out of them all in one go, because then things will be uneven. That's never good. Never leads to anything good. All right, there you're good. All right. So now we put the velocity stacks on. Alright, velocity stacks are good. Bolts and missing. This is all internal stuff. There's the gas tank. There's the spacer. Where's the spacer? Where's the spacer? That's not a spacer. You look at this one here. In here. I think there it is. Nice. Now there's a weird spacer for the gas tank. That's a 5. That is a 5. It is. All right. Put these velocity stacks on. My buddy's got this is bike. He wraps everything in this cling wrap. It's a good idea. It keeps things clean. All right. These guys. There's these little tangs in here that these tabs go under. I put new O-rings in. Not too long ago, maybe a month ago after I rebuilt this thing. So we just put them in. Actually, I'll do the lower one first because they're difficult to get to. So we get them in there. Let's see here. And it clicks in. You'll feel a click. And that's when it clicks into this little detent in the tang. Alright. Everything looks good here. Here are the detents. There we go. Hear that? That little click. That's good. This is good. This is good. Throttle. Alright. We are good to hook up. Let me just double check, don't do anything stupid. Okay, nothing's good. This is hooked up, that's hooked up. Everything's closed up. Water's good. It's closed. It's put in neutral. There's first. There's neutral. Okay. Let me do a quick check on this side. Brake, battery, fuse attached, hoses put away, it's nothing too bad. Everything's good. All right, let's put the gas tank on. The excitement. All right. Let's see. So, let's see here. If I can get to. I can get to that thumbnail, I think. Let's check it. I can get to it. Yeah. So, put the tank on and keep delaying putting the tank on, but it's just double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking, 1,000 time checking. So we're gonna do this. Let me remove the key. I don't want to break the key. That would be bad. That would be bad. Okay. So you guys are gonna see here. I'll lower it down. You guys will kind of see what I'm seeing. Let's see. I don't think we can go even lower. There we go. There we go. Nice. Nice. All right, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be working right under here, hooking up things. I'm just kind of lifting this up. Okay, plug here. Hook up. That's good. Some hoses I need to hook up. That's fine. Alright, let me double check now. Might get a towel. A little bit of fuel still out there. Light going here. A little bit of fuel spill out. Let's finagling the stuff. What's going on here? Oh, there goes light. Now we're good. This one here like this. Okay, all those are hooked up. Now the fun part is trying to hook up these hoses. These what are they called? It's overflow. So if the gas tank, or if something tips over and there's gas, or you're at the gas tank and you gas station, you overfill. On the rim, there's a hole here. Where that hole leads to is just a tube that goes down and off the bike. So if there's excess fuel, it gets off the bike. And that's what these hoses are. I'm going to hook up. I'm just realizing I probably should hook these up first. Okay. Oh, it's a tight squeeze in there. And quite the angle. Anyway, needle nose. Make sure you can get up in there. Get all up in there. I'll take the ones in there. Let's see. I have to move you guys, or else you're just gonna be looking at my butt. That's never a good view. What's in my pocket? This is gas tank bolt. This guy goes all the way over here. I don't know if you can see that. give it a little feel, make sure they went all the way in. Yeah, all the way in. Okay, whew, everything's hooked up. I'm not gonna bolt this down. I have the bolt in my pocket, but I wanna make sure everything's running correctly. And I'm gonna put in some earplugs just in case this thing backfires, because backfires are pretty effing loud when I do decide to go. Let me find my earplugs. Where are you? And sorry, this bike's super fucking loud. Let's see here. Where have you gone? Earplugs, where have you gone, my earplugs? Where are you? I have found you. This will keep me safe. Always wear earplugs. Alright. Earplugs, gonna open up the garage, climb the bike, and see what she does. Hopefully, everything is okay. Always have one of these guys in, just in case. I mean, worst case scenario, at least you got it. Move things out of the way, just in case you need to run somewhere. It's not going to be the case, but just in case. It's all about just in case. So, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and hook up a throttle balancer. That's this DigiSync. Let me just go ahead and hook this up. I'll have to do some filming with this later. I'm kind of running out of time. But I'm going to film this later. So yeah, check out DigiSync. Actually, you know what? I'll just do a quick footage of unboxing it real quick, just so I have that. Looks like a true workshop bench, just shit everywhere. Nice. Right. You guys go in the pocket. You bolts go in this. Turn off the table. Junk. Alright, where are you guys? You guys are all the way over here. Let's go do a quick unboxing of this thing so you guys can check it out while I'm seeing it for the first time as well. But that was the whole reason why I got this thing is my friend said his bike was having an intake backfire, and that's just a hallmark for throttle bodies or carburetors being out of sync. So that's the whole reason why I was looking for one of these. I was going to get a Motion Pro liquid one. They have like a non-mercury balancer, because they used to be made with mercury, and that was the fluid that bounces up and down to show you how much vacuum there is. These guys, he's a software engineer, and he's created this guy. It's called the DigiSync, and it's a digital synchronizer. Whew, feels good outside. Wow, garage was getting hot. Anyways, it's a digital synchronizer to help you sync your either throttle bodies or carburetors. All right, let's see here. Twist down. Over here, adjust my camera. All right, let's see. Let's do a little more up, a little more down. There we go. Let's do this. There we go. Let's do autofocus. Oh my god, it's still a little bright. There we go. Alright, there we go. we're recording. Let's do a little. The DigiSync. I got the 6-channel one. And he has user manual online. And this is the DigiSync. Comes with all the connectors and block offs you need for whatever situation you run into. Or attachment. Do not use tools. Cool. Some stickers, some extra hose. And then this is the actual unit. It's quite a hefty unit. It looks nice. Hoses feel soft and supple, but yet strong. So this is the DigiSync. So let's see here. So this press firmly. Cool. Calibrating with engine off. Let me. I have to go plug this one in to the 2 throttle bodies, but yeah, that's pretty much what it gives you. And we'll hook this up to the 2 offshoots of the throttle bodies, and then we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, this looks pretty legit. Press firmly. Cool. I think I'm gonna leave this tape on here, but yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's got pretty strong magnets back here. Already comes with a battery. I already got it ready to go. It's literally ready to go out of the box. That's pretty cool. So let's go get this hooked up to the bike. All right, so that's done recording. I need to record kind of hooking it up to the bike. So you guys will get kind of behind the scenes, literal behind me footage of hooking this thing up. Way, things out of the way. Let's do this. Okay. Let's get this a little bit lower. A little bit higher. There's you. Yeah, again, if you guys are starting to record or do things on YouTube, I recommend a tripod with snaps instead of the twist ones. Those twist ones will just wear your wrist out trying to constantly adjust the camera. So here's a perfect example. I thought I went down far enough. I didn't. And it just takes 2 seconds to get that down. Alright, so we got this one is here, and the other one's on the other side. Is it also here? So, sneak your way through there, trying to get it on there. We'll see what we do. Lower this down. See if we can get my flashlight in there. Brighten it up a bit. That's always fun trying to figure out a way to make a flashlight. I'm just going to go ahead and record. Bring the unit over here and hooked up. I'm going to do 1 and 2. Also, this thing is magnetized, so when I want to read it, let's see, I hope it doesn't get too hard with it. It is. I mean, that's a little weak. That's, yeah, it's a little weak. That's okay. I don't want to grab too much. I'll just hold that right there right now. Let's hit 1 and 2. Right here, these two. Figure this on. they're just gonna fit right away. These hoses are a little bit skinny for what I need, so I need to utilize one of my adapters. So let's go ahead and redo that. Hurt so much. Okay. Optional 5mm adapters. Optional vacuum leads. Okay. Let's see. Can I get in there with all this? I don't know if I can get all the way in there. Put all this stuff on there, and I don't know if I can get all the way in there with the tool. Maybe I can get in there with that deep socket. I think it's a 10 or maybe an 8. A deep 8, and that one. That one's tough. That one's tough. So we'll see. Like me, don't give out on it now. Almost done. 8, 8, and extension. And it looks like it's gonna be 5 or 6. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. See if I can reach it first. One all the way in here. Deep enough. Pretty good in there. Ooh. Oh. That is that's not a, that should fit. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself, trying to figure out what's going on and what I need to do. Really going on at all. Really? So, I know it's a 9. Let's see if we can try 10. Deep 10. Eleven, 10. Let's see. What do we got here? What's up, guys? Still watching? Thanks for the love. You guys are seeing the behind the scenes footage of trying to hook up this new DigiSync. It is a little tough. See how that goes. This one's that's easy. I think that's all it was. They're just barely in. Finger in there. Yeah. Alright, what else is in there? Where's my flashlight? Oh, drop a washer or something. Can't see. Washer on there. There's like no rubber grommet, no nothing on here. I'm gonna clean these off. This looks like a 5. So I'm gonna go film that real quick. And then again. Film taking that out. Need to film taking this out. See, I gotta maintain. filmed. I'm gonna switch over here and just film grabbing the adapter. You grab 2 adapters. Pretty sure they're 5. That's filmed. Yeah, I'm back. Welcome back. There we go. Slow down. I apologize if you guys are looking at my butt crack. Kind of zoomed in on here. Set the focus. There we go. Now, that is another tiny piece that I'm trying to hold on to. We're gonna give it a shot. Oh man, my knee is not happy with me. Doesn't like when I'm bending and bending and bending and bending. I don't like it. Yes. She's so tight in there. I'm glad I have small hands because if I was a normal human being, I would not have been able to do this. Alright, let's see. There we go. Alright, 8. Get over here. Long socket. That's a 6, 7, 9, 8. There we go. Alright. Whew. All this to just test. Ah, yeah. Battery exhausted. I have to get up again. It's just to make sure. My knee is not happy with me. Sounds like some sort of weird song. The thing that I like about these small cameras, easy interchange out, boop, boop, all done. Keep going. Last couple hours. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get this in there. This one's the easy one. So many sharp objects in here. Yikes. good start. Make sure this is in focus. Let's see if that's in focus. Oh, we're good there. Zoom out a bit. If you're on the right. That's right. Oh, come on, knee, stop it. That's a difficult one. This is right here. I'll should hook this up for it. There you go. Let's see what I'm doing. That's all I feel. Whew, come on. Now you want to go in there. This isn't the right pitch. I think it's for the pitch. There you go. Compare real quick, make sure the thread pitch is the same. Hope they're the same. I would suck if they weren't, because then I wouldn't be able to use this. Looks the same. That's good news. Let's see. Okay. Back to trying to get it in. Pliers around your door. Again. Let's see if I can do this. was pretty freaking hard. This one's gonna be really, really tough because it's really up in there. We'll give it a shot. We'll see. Another extension. No, not Nelly bar. That's not what I wanted to do. So I'll turn it off. Alright, so this is the concoction that we're coming up with here. That's the most difficult thing about this is trying to get the angle right for the camera so that we can see what we're doing. It's here. But also it's out of the way enough that it doesn't interfere with you. Just turn off. Come back on. What are you doing? Nice big shot. Let's see if we can get in there. Fingers crossed. Angle. Add another piece to the concoction. Bendy. Bendy thingy. Let's go. Don't pinch me. I always get pinched by these things. Curious how I'm going to get this one in there. Maybe stuff it with something or other. stuff it with some paper or something. Can put in here. I should put a Allen key in here. Maybe that'll work. You know, that is going to work, but I just need to be a little bit smaller Allen key. A shorter Allen key. Shorter one. That might work. Stuck in here. Sorry, I'm over here trying to find an Allen key that's going to fit appropriately in here. Let's see, what can I fit in there? Trying to find something because trick is I have to get this in here, and I think, let me try the regular size socket, see how that does. I don't think it's gonna work with a regular size socket, but let's see. And then I need something to block it on the bottom. And maybe just a little piece of something here. Just tearing off a little piece of paper towel, see if that works. No, that didn't work. Here. Let's come over and check out what I'm trying to do. Just talking you through what I'm doing. So, just got a little socket, but I'm trying to figure out a way to fit this guy in here without it falling through to where it doesn't reach, because I don't think that'll reach. So I just need a little bit of something, and this socket's dirty. Damn. Clean that off. I think it would have been better if we made these just a little bit longer. I think that's something I could recommend, is just make this a little bit longer, because it doesn't fit in any sockets, it just goes too deep into the socket. Let's see here. What can I have? What's small that I can put in? I mean, I guess I can just try again, freaking piece of whatever. Just kind of fold it nice and neatly. Nice, neatly. Maybe something like that. Ta-da. And then put it slowly, like loading an old, yeah, look at there. Look, would you look at it? Would you just look at it? There we go. So let's go put this on the bendy thing and see if we can get that in there. All right. I think I'm gonna show this off to the camera to show my ingenuity on how I got it in there. Little piece of paper in there. Put that in there. Hold it in place. Wasn't important. A little piece of paper in there. Put it in there. Get this on there like this. Let's hope it doesn't pinch me. There we go. Nice. Alright, so this should work in theory. Let's do tighten. A little bit of glue on there. Alright. Fingers crossed, everybody. Start putting there. Sound stuff. This one, I'm gonna have to get really up in here and balance this. I'm going to get that off. That's probably shoved down. There we go. See if I can get that angle. There's a tight little slit you can see through. That's always the best angle for the camera because it makes you feel like you're really in the build. So when you get these really tight, close-up angles. Let's see, can I see that right there? Let's see. Sweet. I was never gonna get that thing on there. Alright, let's film looking up this one. So this one's gonna be the top one. I'm doing this one. Sorry, I'm being kind of quiet right now. This is very tedious BS stuff. I'm trying to, for anyone just tuning in, I'm setting up a digital throttle body synchronizer, but I'm taking off these vacuum leads because I had to put on a smaller lead that fits these hoses, and it is very tight in there, and I'm trying to get good footage of it for my long format videos, and it is snug. It is difficult. Let's see if I can get this. Fingers. Come on, fingers, don't let me down. I really needed a long, those pliers. There you go. There you go. Nice. Oh, we're on. I think we're on all the way. Nice. That's actually a really good shot of that. I actually should just be looking at the camera to see what I'm doing. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, let's switch to this one. See if I can get a shot of hooking up this one. Alright. So we'll do the lower on this one. So let's see how they're leading side by side. This one is much easier. This one just right there. So the camera down, get a little bit lower. So we can see what I'm seeing. So that's good. Alright, so these can kind of come off the side. Guess I can put this in here. We're going to need to film putting that up on that. But just go ahead and get this up out of the way. Whew. Thank you for bearing with me. That was tough. It wasn't necessarily tough to use the reader, it's just tough to get to those screws with such minimal access. Yeah, so let's do a little movement up here. Alright, so that's that. Just let me get a shot of placing this on the tank, because gotta get all the cool shots. So, need to spin. Alright, there we go. Let's get a shot of Ducati. That'd be kind of cool. Artsy fartsy shot. Have the Ducati like that. And sheen like this. And like that. Alright, let's see if we can get that. Cool shot. Now. Let's go a little higher. All about the angles. Right. And this. so everything should be ready to start this thing. Thank you so much for waiting. Hey, Aaron, what's up, man? Where are you from? This is Houston, Texas, in the USA. Where are you from? I assume somewhere in the Middle East because of the handwriting or the text. But yeah, Ducati 996. We're trying to get the throttle bodies balanced on this thing to make sure this thing runs fine. It was having a intake backfire, which is kind of rare. You normally have exhaust backfires where it's too rich or too lean or whatever. It has an intake backfire. So I'm trying to make sure this is balanced. I'm gonna go over here on the other side to where the balancing adjuster is. And we're gonna do that. Plus, I need to get a ratchet or wrench for the adjuster. Alright, that. And I will use my needle nose pliers. And then 7. I think that's what that is. Alright, so let's get this all set up, ready to go. It is set up, ready. I just need to make sure. Let's see, what do I want to see first? I want to see. Sorry, I'm just trying to piece this all together real quick. Make sure I'm doing everything right. Pliers, there. Earplugs, just in case this thing does decide to pop, because backfires are not fun. They're loud as shit. It's literally an explosion. So hopefully everything's good. Earplugs in. Safety first. I don't know if anyone's ever heard any sort of car or motorcycle backfire before, but it sounds like a gunshot. Especially in this garage, it will be a little bit loud. Hold on a second. Let me go check with my lovely wife to see if our child is asleep before I start this beast up. Oh, please. Our little one's asleep. So, it's in the back room. If I move the car, I think I can get it started up and have not too much noise. But everything's set up. Yeah, let's see here. So what do you do? BRB, I'm gonna go get the car keys so I can move the car away, so I can move this. And I don't even need to move the car. Actually, yeah, I'll move the car. Alright, hold on 1 second, guys. It looks like that's a no-go. I have to hold off on starting this guy up. Our little one is asleep, so Anyways, guys, it's gonna be probably a couple hours before I'm able to start up the motorcycle. My little one just went to sleep. So, but we have everything set and ready for this guy to start up. And we have our new digital sync tool to make sure it's all good to go and have everything ready. It looks like we're gonna have to wait for a couple hours until little one wakes up from her nap, and I don't want to wake her up prematurely because I don't know if you can see my eyes. I got 2 hours of sleep last night. I stayed up too late in the garage, and then our little one woke up at 4:30, and then we decided not to go back to bed. So I am also running on no sleep right now. But yeah. So anyways, I'll check back in with you guys in a couple hours. You'll see probably a notification in your email, or if you want to see this thing start up and me adjust the throttle bodies. I think the way you'll find out is you subscribe to the channel, and I think you have to click the notification thing because it will send you an email to notify you. Because whenever I go live, I don't know if it shows up in the feed or if it's just like you have to be scrolling through lives and you stumble upon me, or oh, I'm subscribed to that guy. So if you guys want to watch, just tune in there. But I'll come back on in about maybe 2-3 hours because she just went down. Anyways, you guys enjoy y'all's day or night, wherever you guys are, and we'll check back in here in a little bit. Alright, I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Later.